Okay, we are going to look quickly at installing libraries, in this case Pygame, um, with pip. And in order to do that, you need to know where Python is installed. You'll notice that I have VS Code open here. Python is my selected language. You can kind of look at the different options there, but we're not going to worry about that. We just know we're working with Python. But we need to get to that Python installation, right? And in fact, if you click on this, you'll see that app data local is already listed right here. But this is where we're trying to get to. So it's got a little tilde there and it says selected interpreter. One of the fastest ways to get there just in general, and there may be a faster way inside VS Code, but I'm just going to go down here and I'm going to look for Python. Python 3.1.2 happens to be the current version. It would be whatever version you're using. If you right click on this, you go to open file location. If you right click on that, which is a shortcut, you do the same thing again. It's kind of redundant, but it is what it is. And now you are in the actual app data local programs Python, which happens to be where Python is installed on my computer. You may have installed it in a different directory, but this is where you want to get. We're looking for the scripts folder, which has the pip installer tool right there, the executable. And we need to get this address right here. So in my case, it's C user, C Cozor, app data, blah, blah, blah. It's whatever yours is. App data local programs, Python, Python 3.1.2 scripts. We're going to copy this here. And then we need a terminal. So I'm going to go ahead and say new terminal. And I'm just sitting here in Windows. So I'm going to need to go ahead and instead of PowerShell, and I haven't tested it, I still don't think it works in PowerShell. If you do cd paste, you're going to be there. So we can test this in PowerShell. We're now in the scripts, and if I do pip, it'll error. And that's because not recognized as the name of a commandlet, function, script file, or operable program. So anyway, we're going to go over here. We're going to say command prompt. And now I'm going to say cd space. And now I'm in scripts. And if I say pip in here, it comes up and says, hey man, what do you want to do? We're going to say pip install Pygame. And since I already have it installed, it's just going to say the requirement is already satisfied. If yours is not installed, it will do the installation. So if I say pip uninstall, it's going to say, what do you want to uninstall? Right? Pygame. If I uninstall Pygame, it gets rid of all of it. And I say yes, and uninstalled. So I'm going to do it again just to show you what it looks like. Pip install Pygame. Okay, installing packages, and this is what it looks like. Successfully installed. And of course you can see that after uninstalling it, my Pygame freaked out and said, oh my gosh, there's no Pygame. But actually, even in real time here, it managed to update itself and do that. The alternative option here is to add the scripts directory to your path, right, under environment variables. So if you type in EI and VIR, you can edit the system environment variables, going to the advanced tab, going to environment variables, and adding that directory to path. So you'll notice that VS Code is there, Windows App, Python Launcher, App Data, Python Launcher, and then we might say new, and we'll just paste scripts in there and say OK. This would allow me to use pip anywhere. So if I trash these two and just run this script, we'll go ahead and close this. But if I say pip there, and I may need to close VS Code and reopen it, but basically if I say pip install from any command line, adding it to path will get there. But the first part of the video is probably the best bet, which again is to go here, type in Python, right click, go to open file location, do it again, go up here to Python 32, you want scripts, and this is the thing that you need to copy, right? Another move you might make is to just actually drag this into your shortcuts, which I'm going to go ahead and do. One easy way to do that would be here, and you can just sort of put it up at the top or bottom or wherever you want. And if I click scripts, then I'm already in there and I can grab it that way. Just for future reference, right? There it is. But that's how you do it in a nutshell. That is how you can get to the scripts directory, use pip to install any library, not just Pygame, any library in Python. Of course, through VS Code is the way that we did it there. There's other ways to do it, but we just happen to be doing it through VS Code. So.